Hello, guys. If you recall, last week I told you that the euro dollar is waiting for a catalyst, a fundamental catalyst to start to retrace. And this is the benefit of subscribing and following to our channel. Here you can see that this is the monthly chart of the euro dollar. We see that there is a sloping trend line here, has touched it once, twice. Probably it may touch it third, but I don't think so. All right. This is the weekly chart. We can see that it has formed a beautifully formed, well formed Elliott waves, five waves. Here it is. So one, two, three, four, five. For me, it's poised to retrace. Here's also the rising wedge form or the diagonal, uh, if it was conjunct to Elliott wave. And this is the daily chart of the euro dollar. The same formation. There is but I'm not going to short it until it breaks the black line, or at least the green line here, which starts from here to up to there. So if you are conservative like me, you might not want to short it before it crosses the black line. And I'm expecting to take profit the first target for me is 1.2. This is the first target, which is going to be around 500 pips, or let's say from here is going to be like 400 pips when it breaks the black line, which is very good trade for me. As you know, I'm a position trader. I make my analysis on the weekend, and I enter on Monday. I'm expecting the trade to ends on Friday. So if it closes in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, that will be fantastic. Even if it took more than a week, no problem for with me. If it took 10 days or 2 weeks, no problem for me. But it's way better than scalping or day trading, as it's giving me a bigger time to make my analysis and take the right decision. So the euro dollar for me is poised to go down. I'm not going to jump into a short trade now. I'm just going to wait for the breaking of the trend line, but it's under my radar. Fundamentally, it's perfect. Even if somebody made a day trading, fundamentally is perfect. Okay, in the same context, the dollar CAD fundamentally is perfect. Also, technically, this is the weekly chart. By the way, you'll see that it has crossed on the very long chart. This is the highest on the in years, in like 10 years or so, or 20 years maybe. This is the highest point. So from this point, it took the way downwards, and I believe it's going to go way lower than that. If you are if you are a long-term trader who takes position at the beginning of the year and expecting to close it after 2 quarters or so, or at the end of the year. So on the long term, this is going to be uh, bearish. It's not a financial advice. Make your math, make your research. But for me, it's a bearish, and I'm going to take only short position on this pair. All right. I can see here that and then the weekly chart that it has crossed the two moving averages and retested them. Okay, all right, retested, and now it went downwards. If it break this support line, it's going to go parabolic bearishly. All right, expect it to happen maybe at the end of the next week, probably. But I'm going to put this on my radar also. We can see a strong support here and somehow here and here. So I believe if it broke this support level, if it broke under this candle, it's going to be a great chance to sell, and I believe it's going to go parabolic, something like this or this or this. So it's under my radar. Technically, it's perfect. Fundamentally, it's very good. Okay, in the same context, Euro CAD also fundamentally, as you know, my analysis is based on 50-50 fundamental, 50% technical. I check on the fundamental first, then I go to the technicals. If the technicals are great, but the fundamentals are not, I ignore the pair. Okay, because I can't expect where the price is going to move, how the price is going to move. But I fundamentally the euro, the loonie, the dollar, the Aussie are very good together. Any pair of these four currencies. So I'm checking on the technical side. The Aussie, I didn't find any technical triggers for it. All right, but for the EuroCAD here, I see that this is the monthly, by the way, and by the way, this is 1999. It has reached a very strong resistance 20 or 25 years ago, maybe more, 25 to 26 years ago. Very strong resistance here, very strong resistance here. Despite it went a little bit higher, a little bit higher. You can see pinned bars here, pinned bars here, pinned bars here. It this candle last month in June, it failed to close above the high of these candles, which is a sign. Yes, it didn't form the pin shape same as the previous times. Yet it failed to make a fair value gap above the or close above the previous months, which insinuates that this is a weak bullish trend. There's a huge difference between the current price and the nearest moving average here. As a result, I'm going to be putting it into my radar to see what will happen with it. The Bitcoin has reached the top of the weekly. This is the weekly chart, and the Bitcoin has reached the top here. I don't believe it can go higher than that. Especially there is also same with the parallel lines here between them. I see a triangle, a giant triangle. So I'm expecting the price to go for a lower from here, especially that it has a strong resistance here and there, and I'm not expecting to go any higher. Again, it's not a financial advice. Please do your math before you take the leap and don't rely completely on my analysis. I'm just sharing with you my thoughts and my trades. Here on the Ethereum level, I don't see I don't see any any chance. It's very choppy here. This is the daily chart. It's very choppy, but it's moving between the bands of the triangle, a bigger triangle. And that's it for this week. If you would like to get the maximum benefit about in Forex channel in just small capsule, 2 or 3 minutes with just subscribe, and I promise you that you are going to get the maximum benefit from this channel much more than any other channel. Thank you very much.